One of Mother Nature's hardest working chefs, the honeybee, provides us with an amazing product, honey. This confectionery wonder is made using an age-old recipe. Bees collect nectar from flowers, they mix it with their own special enzymes, and then they transfer that concoction into the walls of their hive. By harvesting excess honey, we get to enjoy it too. I'm Charity Nebbe. On this episode of Iowa Ingredient, we'll head to Burlington, Iowa to check out Butter's Bees, a small apiary that believes in treatment-free natural beekeeping. Then the brilliant chef David Baruscio of Baru 66 in Des Moines elevates honey to a new level with recipes cooked in our studio kitchen. All that and more coming up next on Iowa Ingredient.
Funding for Iowa Ingredient has been provided by a grant from the W.T. and Edna M. Dahl Trust, Chef Lisa Laval of Trellis Cafe, and Chef Michael Laval of the Des Moines Embassy Club. For more than 100 years, the Des Moines Embassy Club has provided a place to dine, celebrate, and do business. Located in downtown Des Moines and in West Des Moines, details are at embassyclub.com. Friends, the Iowa Public Television Foundation.
Homo sapiens and honey have been together since the Stone Age. Throughout that time, honey has been sought after as food, of course, but it's also been used for medicine, as a powerful preservative, and even for currency. Our ancestors had to go out into the wild, sometimes scale great heights, always risk getting stung to harvest their honey. But in this day and age, we have beekeepers who manage hives and honey production. And here in Iowa, with over 1 million pounds of honey produced every year, our demand for this sticky, sweet treat keeps those hives buzzing. On a hot July day in West Burlington, Paul Kay, dressed head to toe in a heavy canvas suit, moves a few of his hives.
So they've almost filled this entire new box. We're filling that out, and they're actually putting some honey. You can see that nectar in there. So it's just about time.
Today is extraction day. During these hot months in Iowa when clover and other flowers are blooming, bees are at their most active, producing their food stores for the winter. Paul will remove many pounds of golden amber clover honey from the hives. He'll bottle it and he'll package it. This is no easy task. It's hot, it's labor intensive, and you can, of course, get stung. Whether a hobbyist or a commercial apiarist, hard work just comes with the title of beekeeper. And in those steamy days of July, the old saying, busy as a bee, both for insect and human, could not be closer to the truth.
I'm a busy guy. I'm not married, I don't have kids, so I guess that gives me all this other time. You know, I think God created 24 hours in a day. I figured I'd use 23 of them.
Paul owns and operates Butter's Bees. He's a conservation officer, a farmer, an award-winning home brewer, and also a beekeeper.
I usually extract my honey in small batches. Like this is a one honey super, it'd be about 30 pounds of honey. I'll extract that, sell that, and then I'll go get the next super and extract that. Honey is the only natural food, the only food substance in the world that never goes bad. It is naturally antifungal, it is naturally antibacterial. As long as you don't add water to it, the bees dry it down to 18% moisture and then cap it, it'll never go bad. They found honey that was 3,000 years old or more in the tombs in Egypt that was still fine. I'm sure it was crystallized, but it was still edible.
Not all honey is the same. Much like wine, honey can take on many complex and nuanced flavors. Colors tell us the flora the bees visited and hint at the flavor. Dandelion, light and delicate; alfalfa, darker and more robust.
That's some high quality clover honey right there, clover and alfalfa.
Let's be clear, bees are incredible. To make just 1 pound of honey, a hive of bees has to visit nearly 2 million flowers. Those bees fly a combined total of 55,000 miles, nearly 2 trips around the equator of the Earth, just to collect 1 pound of honey.
Your honey bear you buy in the store is anywhere between 8 ounces and a pound. You can figure how many bees it takes to make. It takes a lot of bees to make a lot of extra honey. It's basically equivalent of me running 70, 80 miles, throwing somebody on my back that's about 80% of my weight and running back and repeating that day after day after day. It's kind of amazing that what they can do. Economically, you can, if you walk in the normal grocery store and you go to the produce section, about a third of the food that is there would not be there if it wasn't for honeybees. Billions and billions and billions of dollars agriculturally are reliant upon honeybees.
There is no denying the impact bees have on the world. As much as we have to thank this little insect for, we also need to keep beekeepers like Paul in mind. It's through their hard work that we're able to enjoy this rich and sweet Iowa ingredient. Chef David Baruscio is putting his mark on the restaurant scene in Des Moines. Aside from the spectacular Baru 66 in Windsor Heights, which we featured on our 3rd season of Iowa Ingredient, this culinary virtuoso has gone on to open a diverse range of restaurants, from the casual Blue Tomato to the French-style Bistro Prime. Chef David does not appear to be letting up either. With each success, he challenges himself to take some element to the next level. The question becomes, what is next for this talented chef?
To be fairly honest with you, most of the days I'd be better off just having one restaurant and doing it by myself, and certainly less work intensive. But I like the diversity. You know, every concept that we have is kind of very unique. I don't want to open a restaurant I'm not going to enjoy going and eating myself. You know, that's my goal. But it makes, I think, opening other satellite restaurants will hopefully make Baru even more special. Des Moines has given me an opportunity, and I have tried to build something, you know, create job, make a name, hopefully contribute to, you know, make Des Moines a more interesting place on the food scene. And I feel like also it's still have more to give, and I have more to offer and more challenge to undertake until we turn this page.
And now I am here once again in the kitchen with Chef David. Welcome back to the show.
Welcome. It's nice to be here.
Today we're going to cook with honey.
Honey from Iowa. Actually, honey from the prairie from Iowa that was harvested right this morning.
Wow.
So can't be any fresher.
No, that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
So what are we going to make first?
So we're gonna do a little almond gâteau. The beauty of this with honey is that almond gâteau is entirely gluten-free. So we have almond meal, some confectionery sugar, some egg white, and that's it. So first, what we're gonna do, we're gonna melt some butter to get it kind of brown. Take our egg whites, and we're just gonna meringue all our egg whites. So into a nice fluffy meringue, perfect. So our butter is totally melted. It's turning slightly, you know, just golden brown, and you can smell a little bit there. It smells like rusted. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit of my prairie honey in there. For the flavor in the butter. Perfect, beautiful. And then we take our almond mix, just like this. And if you want to fold the whole butter and honey in there,
Okay.
just pour it in there, it'll be perfect.
All right.
Voila. And then I'm gonna add all my egg white in there.
Okay. Just fold them in so you
Yeah, just
retain
fold
a
them
little
in.
bit of air.
No, not so much.
No?
We want
Okay.
a little bit, but not too much. So fairly easy process. So this is kind of a recipe that I really I grew up with in France. It'll be the, you know, kind of a classic thing to find on a table on an afternoon in summer.
Nice.
So we're just gonna fill those up, not too much. And now we're gonna bake that at 375
Okay.
degrees for about 20 minutes.
All right, I'll put it in the oven.
Thank you.
All right, so we have the gâteau in the oven.
Yeah.
What can we do while we wait?
We can prepare our apricots. So for that, I have some lovely, you know, ripe apricot. We're just gonna pit them. So we're gonna cut them just like this. Prepare them nicely in half. Right now, I'm starting it with nothing, no sugar, no thing, because we don't want the sugar to go dark too fast. So we just want to have that kind of char kind of feel to it.
Okay.
We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of the lavender on it.
Oh, and the lavender is beautiful.
Yes,
is
it
this,
is.
Is this also
That's
fresh
from
and-
our own farm.
From your own farm.
Yes.
Wonderful. And so to use the lavender, you're just pulling the blossoms off?
Just putting a little bit of blossom off. I mean, you know, we dry the lavender
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, so we have it all winter, but I just love to use it fresh. Just
Oh,
like
and it
that,
smells
It's like a
amazing.
transportation in southwest of France. So this is why I wanted to grow it at the farm. Makes me feel happy and home.
Nice. That's beautiful.
I put a little bit of honey. Just so the honey is also our sugar. Voila. And then we're gonna flip them. See, it's got a little sharp color, just like that.
Okay.
That's what we want. It's right here. We'll finish this slowly in the oven just to tenderize a little bit the apricots.
All right.
Voila. So here we go, we're ready. So they're nice and cold, not too cold. We're gonna just put a little bit of sugar on top
That's
of it.
a great idea.
Voila. And I'm gonna place the gâteau on the plate. And then we're gonna put the nice apricot just like this.
Lovely.
Lovely. You know, this dish is about, you know, just simplicity, the honey, the apricot, the cake for the texture. Voila. A little bit of fresh mint. And a little bit of the lavender as a decoration.
Beautiful. Can we try it?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Thank you. So I recommend that you crack a little bit of the apricot. You know, see, they're a little firm.
And get a little cake.
A little bit of the cake.
It's like a little heaven. That's wonderful. Chef David, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
But what do you have for us next?
Well, we're gonna take it a step ahead in the complexity.
Okay.
So we're gonna make a crepe souffle. So everybody heard about souffle, you know, the
Right.
thing, egg white you put in a ramen can, we bake. And it's always, you know, very delicate because you open the oven and it goes down. So I came up with making a crepe that is souffle. So the souffle stays inside. And Honey will go great. We'll have a little bit of raspberry action, and here we go.
All right.
So first we're gonna do the crème pâtissière.
Okay.
So we're gonna put the milk to cook first. Voila. I'm gonna split the vanilla in half, and you get the bean, the scrape inside, and you put it in there.
All right.
The whole thing, and do same on the other half. So if you do not find any vanilla bean, you can always use extract. It's not as good, but it'll do the job.
All right.
So I got egg yolk here. I'm gonna put that in there. Sugar. Voila. And we're gonna start whisking this. So this is very the traditional crème pâtissière. I don't know if you ever had a French dessert called an éclair.
Yes.
So this is the filling of an éclair.
All right.
So we're gonna add the flour. The flour is gonna consist on thickening the whole thing up. Voila. So it's kind of
Turns it into a paste.
into a paste, yeah, kind of thick, very thick paste, and that's what we want. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the milk just to prepare the voila. Just delicately. You don't want to burn yourself. We will add some more milk till it's liquid enough.
Why is the heat important?
Well, we're gonna, in a minute, I'm just gonna make it liquid enough so I can transfer it back to the pan.
Okay.
We're gonna cook that over
Okay.
the stove.
All right. And so are we tempering the eggs right now so we don't?
Yes, we temper a little bit the eggs so they don't burn when we put them right away in there.
Okay.
And then we're gonna transfer everything in there. Voila.
All right.
Perfect. So now it's all about cooking it very gently. See how it thickens up right away?
Yeah.
So nice
Wow,
and thick.
really thick, yeah.
Very thick, super fast. You see, it was like literally a 2-minute process when we had the cream and the
Right.
milk hot.
Beautiful. Look at that.
And I'll put a little bit, it's another little trick so it doesn't crust.
Mm-hmm.
You can put either a plastic wrap, but I like to put a little sugar on top.
That seems way better than plastic wrap.
exactly.
That's a great
so
idea.
the sugar is gonna melt and it's gonna do a little coating that will make sure that pastry creme doesn't dry out.
All right.
So we'll put that in the fridge and let it cool down.
All right.
We have a hot pan, preferably a non-stick. So I'm gonna take a little bit of fat. You don't want too much fat
All right.
for the crepe, okay? Just wanna coat it a little bit.
And now you just brought.
Yes, I brought I
crepe
made,
mix.
everybody has his own recipe and crepes, little flour, eggs, and
Right. And if you don't
milk.
have your own crepe recipe, they're easy to find.
Yes.
Okay. Woohoo!
Success. There we go.
All right. So we can set those aside
Yep,
for a
we
little
can
while,
set
right?
those aside and we can proceed with the rest of the preparation. For the souffle part, just egg white, yeah. And I'm gonna put in the KitchenAid. Voilà. And we're gonna mix that to a meringue.
All right.
And now we're gonna fold the crème pâtissière into the meringue.
All right.
So this is like, we gotta do this like very delicately. Because we
We
don't
want to
want,
keep as much air as possible in
Correct.
this. Okay.
so if you wanna drizzle a little bit of the honey in there.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
I can do that.
So it's nice and fluffy. Perfect. Oh, yeah, wonderful.
Tell me when to
A
stop.
little more.
Okay.
Voila. Thank you. It's a beautiful mixture. So now I'm gonna add some raspberries in there.
Before
Fresh
you
raspberry.
bake.
Oh yeah, before, yeah. I'm gonna save them for some for garnish, but really before. Because the raspberry gonna break apart and melt. It's gonna be great. So what we do, we go on the half, just like this. And then we just fold this, just like this.
Oh, okay. Just in half,
Just in half, yep. Like, kind of like a ravioli style.
a calzone.
A calzone, yes.
Okay, and then they go in the oven. How hot?
375 degree for about 6-7 minutes.
All right.
Look at that. Perfect little crepe souffle.
Beautiful.
So wonderful. Gonna dust a little sugar right away here. Just a little bit. Look at how pretty those are. Wonderful.
And serve immediately, right?
Serve
Because
immediately. It is a souffle, but you're gonna hold it better than a regular souffle because it is in a crepe, you know. I put
And you could top with many different things,
Yeah,
but you're
man.
topping with local honey.
local honey,
And
little
raspberries.
raspberry, and a touch of mint.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Voila.
Wow.
You first.
All right.
So that's hot.
That is delicious. Chef David, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Oh,
Thank
this
you.
is wonderful. Babies, they're Mother Nature's clever way of rocketing parents into a whole new realm of responsibility, which inevitably leads to a load of questions, especially about feeding the baby. What kind of food do I choose? Should I make my own baby food? How do I even do that? What flavors will my baby like? Will he eat the spoon?
Can I have it? Can I have it back?
For one Iowa mom, those baby feeding jitters led her to make her own baby food. And that led to the birth of a successful business, Farm Baby Foods.
We buy fresh, organic produce from local farmers as much as we can. We peel the products, we wash them, we steam them, and then we puree them. And to get a really smooth consistency, we add a little bit of the water from the steam water back into the product, puree it, and then package it. And that's as simple as it is. I wanted our process to be the exact same process that a parent would use in their own kitchen.
Simplicity is the foundation of Julie's company, offering 4-ounce baby foods and on-the-go pouches for older kids, both online, via home delivery or shipping, and in the frozen food sections of large grocery stores. The baby food packaging is transparent and totally reusable, by the way. So what you see is what you get. What consumers don't see when they grab a product off the freezer shelf is the passion that went into creating it and where that passion has its roots.
When I grew up in small town Iowa on a farm, our snack was going out to the garden and grabbing rhubarb, grabbing peas, grabbing cherry tomatoes. And I didn't realize when you're in that environment that not everyone else in the world is doing the exact same thing. So I took it for granted for, I think, probably 25 years, that that's how other people weren't raised. And so to kind of bring back the simplicity of eating, I think is important too.
Julie prides herself on not only creating healthy foods for kids, but also on educating parents about label reading and how easy it can be to feed your children nutritious foods.
I don't plan on adding lavender or sage or basil to my baby food. I think it's important to remind parents that babies are equally as content with apples, carrots, pears. Feeding your children doesn't have to be rocket science. And I think in our heads we've kind of forgotten that to feed your children, it actually can be really, really, really easy and simple.
Farm Baby Foods has been a success since its infancy, filling a niche in the baby food market. For Julie, watching it mature is both a challenge and a joy, kind of like parenthood.
I started Farm Baby when my twins were 1 year old, thinking that I would run it just as a part-time business, still be a stay-at-home mom, still run the business. And then by the time they reached kindergarten into full-time school, then it would give me the opportunity to run it as a full-time business. And a good problem to have, but we're growing much more quickly than I anticipated. So we're just like a little toddler now. We're growing from the baby stage to the toddler stage and just continually just growing in the baby food world.
That's it for this show. Thank you for enjoying some of Iowa's unique flavors with us. I'm Charity Nebbe. See you next time for another sweet episode of Iowa Ingredient. As you can probably guess, the Iowa Ingredient staff appreciates everything about the food scene in Iowa. And in 2016 and early 2017, we visited the restaurants, farms, and other locations showcased on this program. But circumstances can change, so we encourage you to check ahead if you're planning a visit of your own. We hope you get the chance to get out there and enjoy Iowa's fabulous food experiences for yourself.
Funding for Iowa Ingredient has been provided by a grant from the W.T. and Edna M. Dahl Trust, Chef Lisa Laval of Trellis Cafe and Chef Michael Laval of the Des Moines Embassy Club. For more than 100 years, the Des Moines Embassy Club has provided a place to dine, celebrate, and do business. Located in downtown Des Moines and in West Des Moines, details are at embassyclub.com. Friends, the Iowa Public Television Foundation.